The LEGO Movie changed my life, and yours. The release of the LEGO Movie in 2014, while yes, existing to be an advertisement, ended up being a genuinely good movie with a huge impact. I remember my first time watching the LEGO Movie. It was at my friend's birthday party. I remember sitting in the theater seat watching it, afterwards watching my friend open up his birthday gifts, and everyone getting this free LEGO City set after. Even after the movie came out, I remember it being a big thing afterwards, which I'd say is the opposite of what happened with the LEGO Movie 2. Right after watching the movie, I got it on DVD and watched it with my mom and brother one night. I remember someone in my class at school bringing his Lord Business figure with the big legs, hat, and cape that's just a necktie. I remember being in Toys R Us and wanting the Lord Business's Evil Layers set and subsequently not getting it. Although I ended up getting it in 2019 to make me feel better after I was sad coming home from a day of school because somehow it just showed up in an actual retail store. And the same day, Brickatect uploaded a video of him getting the set. He lives across the country from me. What, was there an extra warehouse full of them and they had to clear stock? Benny was always my favorite character in the LEGO Movie. I mean, when the Mario movie trailers were coming out and I heard Luigi talk for the first time, I just heard Benny's voice because they're voiced by the same guy. Also had a science teacher who kind of looked like their voice actor. Huh. I always wanted the Benny spaceship set. And one holiday season, I got it. I remember sitting at the kitchen table and counter constantly with the LEGO Movie DVD on loop on our small kitchen counter TV, and my dad reminding me to make sure I push the pieces down all the way. Now when I build with him, I'm reminding him about that, how we've come full circle. I have so many random memories about the LEGO Movie after the LEGO Movie came out. Memories about it with my friends, like seeing my friend at school have that sweet new Emmett keychain light on his backpack with all the kids marveling at it, being super jealous and then getting it myself and of course trying to use it in my backyard at night, testing my wilderness survival skills with it of course, and memories of it with me and or my family, like playing the LEGO Movie video game on our Xbox One in our old basement in the dark at night, jumping from truck to truck and shooting down that helicopter like a boss. There should have been a LEGO set of that helicopter. And watching a YouTube video, people not knowing every game mechanic in the game, thinking, just click A player 2, it's not a glitch, guys. That makes sense in context, I swear. Every time I watched the LEGO Movie, which I did every morning for a couple days when we were at a hotel for my birthday in 2019, I honestly just feel inspired. By the end, I'm ready to cry that I'm older and the fact the movie's over, but I also just feel inspired. Just watching the end of the movie and seeing the crew fly around Bricksburg and the best payoff to a character in movie history because Benny finally got to fly a spaceship, just seeing the town of Bricksburg with all of its buildings and everything happening in it, it always inspires me and makes me want to build something big. Mark my words, someday we'll build a minifigure scale Lord Business's skyscraper and put it in a LEGO City. And that's another thing the LEGO Movie did. It inspired.
The LEGO Movie comes out, everyone is gushing over the sets. They can't believe that LEGO is in the box office, and that created its own era from 2014 to 2018. There were a lot more people doing more and more city updates. They were like, hey, I'm an AFOL, I have a lot of LEGO, it's cool to do this now. And so you saw a lot of that, and that started growing from 2014 to 2018.
The LEGO Movie began the introduction of adult LEGO fans being a mainstream thing while inspiring new and old fans alike. As previously kind of stated, the LEGO Movie inspired kids, but it also gave rise to content creation. If you think about it, you might not be watching this video if the LEGO Movie never came out or did bad. Well, okay, obviously, but I'm talking about how the LEGO Movie gave rise to LEGO content creation. Or a bigger one at least, it was already a thing before, but this just made it bigger. Now, yes, something else may have come along to do that same thing, but the LEGO Movie created the era of cities and mocks, which is now just a staple of LEGO content creation as a whole. Overall, the LEGO Movie may have just been made for the sake of promoting these tiny plastic pieces, but it ended up creating memories and nostalgia that will last a lifetime, while inspiring creativity for past and future LEGO builders. It's been a great 10 years with the LEGO Movie. Here's hoping for another great 10. Also, there should be a feature film on Benny. I will pay for that to be a thing. Hashtag Benny feature film 2026. And LEGO Curious George 2025.
Curious George is still coming out 2025, right?
Of course.
There really is Curious George happening.
No.